Altavilla has all day. Takes a shot. Intercepted by Allen.
Yes.
Fardan Allen took it away, and Seton Hill comes up with a massive turnover.
Griffin's Game Day rolls on here on the Westmoreland Sports Network as we roll to our Griffin Player Spotlight with redshirt senior safety Fardan Allen from Rochester, New York. And the first thing you notice about Fardan, we talk about it every week on the broadcast, is his broken right hand. And Fardan, how in the world do you make interceptions with this broken hand? I got to ask you this right off the hop.
I asked myself that same question when I went to the doctor and they put this on my hand.
Yeah.
When I go try to catch the ball, it's mainly, a body catch. I try to cuff the ball like this and catch it in between my arms. Mm-hmm. Hopefully one day, I hope it don't just bounce off my chest.
Sure.
But yeah, I try to catch the ball cuffed. I can't really, go up like how I want to, to catch the ball. Or I could try to one-hand the ball, but I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Well, is that something you work on in practice every day, or at least you have worked on it, right?
I mean, I have, but it won't be the best option to go try to catch the ball like that on game day.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Well, what about, I'm just saying, though, like with the fact that you have a cast on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to have been able to work on that in practice a little bit
for sure.
To be able to intercept.
Yeah, I had to teach myself how to catch the ball, for the remainder of how long I got this on.
Is this something you've ever went through before, even, back to Pee-wee days or high school days?
That's a good thing, because I actually never broke a bone in my body until now. Just trying to learn how to adjust, to having, a cast on and doing everything that I have to do with the position that I play. It was a little tough, when I first got it on during that week, but I feel like I learned to manage it well.
Yeah, I think you did all right last week.
Yeah.
You did all right. Well, walk me through the big plays you made last week, Fardan. First, the interception. Again, as I talked with Coach Day, it looked like it was going to be a touchdown, and here comes number 6 over the top to pick it off. Can you kind of walk us through it?
So, going throughout the week, we had heavy emphasis on, number 21 from Mercehurst. Obviously, that's their guy. So he usually is their running back, but sometimes he goes in the wildcat formation, and they spread him out wide. I noticed that they put him at number three receiver, against Nario. And, everybody tries to pick on Nario, obviously this year, but I kind of knew that corner route was coming based off of, just prejudgment throughout practice on what was going to happen in that situation. It just clicked in my mind, and I read it. I just went to go make a play, so.
Well, and I think that shows the younger guys too. That, you do your research, you watch your film, and you know what's going on the other side. You can make a big play like that. And then talk about the fumble that you forced at the end of the game. As I again mentioned to Coach Day, it's not like you came all the way across the field. How do you generate so much power there with, you were a few yards away? I mean, that was pretty impressive. Take us through that play if you could.
Obviously we're in, deeper coverage because I was late in the game. Obviously I want to get out of bounds. I see the receiver catch the ball. He spins around. And as he's spinning around, I'm already pursuing, running to the football. And I seen him fumble the ball a little bit in his hand, so I feel like, once I just hit him, he kind of just dropped it. I do get asked a lot, how do I generate a lot of power? When I hit people, I honestly don't even know. It's just, just me just thinking, just run to the ball and just, form tackle. So, that's just how I get it done.
Yeah, it's just natural for you.
Yeah.
Tell me about the turnover bucket. And who gave you the bad alley-oop? I don't know.
It wasn't really a bad alley-oop. It was just, I can't just come up and catch the ball. I got to, secure it
Right,
first.
sure, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
secure
true. You're a little
first.
wounded there for that.
Secure it first. But
when did that come into play, though, the turnover?
It actually came into play this summer, I believe, during camp, because we always talked about, just having something to celebrate with, besides our teammates, and Coach May is definitely someone who emphasizes turnovers are important, just as well as the, other coaches. Turnover bucket is something, that's just on the sideline for us to have fun with, to enjoy, on the defensive side, or, even, on Saturdays, everyone's on the same sideline. So offensively and defensively, that's something that we just, have fun with, to bring some more energy to the sideline, just keep it rolling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Your defense didn't allow a single point in the second half against Mercyhurst. you came up with a huge safety the week before against Gannon. Evaluate how your defense is playing right now, Fardan.
Definitely playing, better than we have started the season off with. Just learning, the new defense, actually playing against a different opponent, because in the spring, obviously, we're going against offense, and that's when we were introduced to, this new defense that we run. And, once we got our first win, I would say, versus Gannon, it definitely has been a culture shift, just, with the guys realizing, like, hey, we can really do this if we just put our minds to it, because I believe, week 1 through 4, we were a little bit too antsy, on both sides of the ball, but especially defense, just trying to do too much, because Coach Day, talked about, winning a quarter, right? And week 1 through 4, that's all we talked about, was just winning a quarter. And, going into week 5, he broke it down even simpler, talking about just win a play. And I think, we just focus on, one play at a time, our technique, communicating, we're fine. So, moving forward, that's just all we've been focused on, is just one play at a time.
Well, you've been here for just as long or longer than most.
Right.
You mentioned the culture, and you see more guys buying, especially after winning these last 2 games.
Right.
Do you feel like the program is headed in a very good direction right now?
Definitely is. Because we face adversity almost every day, in practice or especially on game day, and I feel like we have, took that upon ourselves to deal with that pretty well. And just looking at, the culture that Coach Day is trying to build here, it's easier, obviously, to, adapt to, listen to what Coach says when we win, but, it's harder when we lose.
Sure.
But I feel like the team has did a great job, even when, we were on 4 at one point, we still bought in and still listened to everything that Coach talked about. And then week 5, it obviously turned out for us, to win.
With this being your final year, what type of legacy would you like to leave to this football program?
I think about that obviously a lot too, and I've been thinking about it, more and more, just because the season is, winding down. This is my last year playing football. But one thing I would definitely like to leave with the guys is just, just keep buying into what Coach Day is talking about. Like, obviously I want to, leave a legacy for myself, here at Seton Hill, but it's not about me. It's about the culture that we are trying to build here and the program that we are trying to build, moving forward, after the season, because it will come to an end soon. And, just like I said, just buying into what Coach Day talks about and just bringing everybody closer, to being one family, which we already are, just keeping it that way.
I still think we still are going to have a few big hits left for you, though, right?
Yeah.
There's still a few more games to go. We're not quite done yet.
I got some.
What are some of the things that you enjoy most, Fardan, about playing here and also just about attending Seton Hill University?
Well, me first coming to Seton Hill and realizing, how small of a campus this is, and also the resources that you have available here. I feel like it's like no other school, just because, it feels like a community. Me being the vice president of Black Student Union here on campus, that also gives me, some leeway to, put myself out there and meet new people as well. So, just doing that, just meeting new people, putting yourself out there, staying engaged, networking opportunities definitely is something to look forward to in the future, because obviously everyone knows football comes to an end one day. So, that's something that I could definitely rely on and think back on, and I'm glad I'm doing it now. So I won't, regret it in the future when I leave.
Definitely. You're not just playing football, you're going to school.
Exactly.
Again, I mean, that's you're involved in many different things. That's great. Give us a little bit of a scouting report on Edinboro, if you could, from your perspective. They have a very good receiver, Gregory, but what do they like to do offensively? What do you guys have to do to play well today?
Obviously they're on their 3rd string quarterback this year. They like to spread the ball out, get their playmakers the ball just like every offense does. So I feel like if we do a good job, on the perimeter this week, we should be fine, especially with, the scouting report that we had from last week, because I feel like, in the run game, we talk about every week they do something different due to, like, the defenses that they see. So, in terms of the run game, I don't know. But the pass game has been, the same every week. So Based off what we see on film, we can make adjustments, on game day if needed. But yeah, you're just gonna have to basically line up and win your one-on-one at the end of the day. Like that's how it's gonna go Saturday for us to be successful.
All right, let's move into our WSN Quick Six questions.
Quick Six.
Ready for these? You like that? Quick Six.
Yeah, quick
he
six,
likes
right?
it. Fardan Allen approved right there, buddy. First of all, Fardan, what do you enjoy most about playing football? What gets you going?
Just the fun of the game, and Saturday when Saturdays come around, that butterfly feeling that you have, I enjoy that. Just because that you're ready, and just being out there with a bunch of guys that are fighting, for you, and you're doing the same for them, and just building that trust, on the field and off the field to try to secure a win.
Speaking of the butterflies, it had to have been awesome to play at home in front of that crowd against Gannon. We're hoping for a great crowd again today.
For sure, yeah.
Was that the best crowd you think you've heard since you played Seton? Yeah, easily.
I would honestly say probably one of the best crowds I've seen here at Seton Hill. And the last time I could think that I saw that much people in the stands was back in 2016. We're on that 2-0 streak trying to improve the 3-0. We played Kutztown at home. Yeah, that was probably the most.
And Cal, you too, even though you lost to him, but still, there's a lot of people there.
There's a lot of people out there
for that game too. What are some of the things Fardan Allen is doing? I know you talked about it already a little bit. What are you doing when you're not playing football and you're not in the classroom?
Yeah, I get asked that question a lot. When I go home, obviously I just try to unwind my day. If I got work to do, I obviously do homework. If I got film to watch, I obviously put that first, before I do, anything besides schoolwork. When I'm not doing that, I'm a big video game guy. Big video game guy.
What's the video game of choice?
I play a lot of Apex Legends.
Okay.
I kind of shied away from Fortnite. I'm really antsy to see what this new Call of Duty look like. Come out this Friday.
Come out this Friday.
It comes out this Friday.
Okay,
so I will be. Checking it out.
I probably won't be able to check it out before you, so you let me know.
Gotcha.
Let me know how it is. I'm a big COD fan as well.
Gotcha.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Pizza topping.
You a big pizza fan? You do anything crazy, like pineapples or anything like that? Or?
I couldn't even remember the last time I ate pineapples on a pizza, but if I was to pick, I would definitely do like barbecue chicken.
Oh, nice.
Barbecue chicken.
A little
pizza.
barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce instead of the red marinara.
I like
some chicken on there for sure.
Favorite show on Netflix?
Easy, Stranger Things.
Yes.
Stranger Things.
I'm assuming you watched the new season.
Of course.
When it first came out, you
watched that in like 2 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say so did I.
Yeah,
third season. I don't think it's gotten some. Maybe the first season was the best or whatever, but it's been good.
It's been a consistent show. Yeah, that's something that I look forward to. Especially obviously, I don't know when the next season is gonna come out, but something I look forward to watching every year.
Do you think? And I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. This is a spoiler alert. Do you think the sheriff dies, or is he back for season 4? What do you think? 'Cause they showed that prison at the end of the season there. What do you think? Spoiler alert, by the way. You can turn us off and turn us right back on if you want. If you haven't watched Stranger Things yet.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I can't think of his name either. Right. I can't think of it right now.
I can't. Hopper.
Hopper. Right. How to take care of 11.
You think I think he's still around. I think he survived it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. Just because of how it ended, you will never know. Like it's just a question that you will be like,
Well, until season 4, right?
Did he survive or didn't? Just based off of how it ended. But he's definitely a big person in that show, and I would hate to see him go.
I know, he's awesome. But, I don't think they'd kill him off. I think he's still. Who's had the biggest influence on you in your life, would you say, Fardan?
Definitely, probably my mother. Just from her being a very hard worker, and because actually she's from Casablanca, Morocco. She came here about 20 plus years ago.
Oh, wow.
Didn't speak a lick of English, nothing, and just learned everything from, just her surroundings.
That has to be such a difficult situation.
Yeah,
I don't think many people understand how difficult that would be.
Right. Coming to the U.S. as an immigrant with nothing, and making the best out of it, and I'm blessed to be here, from her, obviously, and, just seeing what she Yeah, excuse me. Just seeing what she goes through on the daily.
Some of that barbecue pizza, barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, just seeing, you know, what she goes through on a daily basis. You know, with her job and just all the struggles. You know, just being back home in New York, you know, it's very motivational for me. It just keeps me going because, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like I have it made, you know, based on what she's been through. So I just keep that in mind.
And what are you majoring in here at Seton?
I'm a gen studies major with 2 minors. One of my minors are psych, and the other one is, you know, behavioral health. You know, I plan on, you know, getting my master's in higher education, student affairs. You know, once I graduate, you know, try to work my way up to being like dean of students one day at college. Yeah. Very good stuff. Good goal to have.
Fardan, thank you so much. Fardan Allen, the safety from Rochester, New York, and he is better with one hand than most safeties are with 2 hands. And just put on the tape from last week. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll turn this way to shake this hand there.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you.
All right, there you go. Fardan Allen joining us on our Griffin Player Spotlight. We'll count you down to kickoff coming up next. Griffin's Game Day continues in a moment right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.